Almost every family, at least in Nigeria, consumes a lot of tomatoes every week. I mean, can you imagine that garnished chicken stew without some fresh tomatoes? Or that tasty, well-seasoned egg sauce without neatly diced tomatoes to spice it up? Most African dishes require a touch of the richness that fruit provides. So, if there's a crop you want to grow in your garden, it's definitely tomatoes. That's why we're making this video, because we want you to raise your tomato without facing some of the challenges most farmers face. It's sad to see farmers who have invested 3 months caring for the tomato plant and then they harvest fruit that have some gross-looking patches. After all that hard work, it looks worse than the ones in the market. Some farmers know what I'm talking about. It's really horrible. Worse, if you intended to sell them, they look so bad that most people won't even take them for free. That's the challenge with these problems. It defeats the whole idea of setting up home gardens. If I'm not satisfied with what comes out of my garden, then why should I bother? That's the point of this video. I'll take you through my top 2 very common tomato fruit problems. Hopefully, I can give you some helpful tips on how to solve it. But before we continue, please like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more farming tips. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. The number 1 tomato fruit problem is fruit cracking. Fruit cracking is one very common problem encountered in tomato farming. It is not a disease and it is not caused by a pest. Usually, tomato fruit cracking can be traced to the growing conditions of the plant. When the moisture level of the soil changes rapidly, it could cause the tomato fruit to take in a lot of moisture all at once, thereby causing the fruit to start cracking. Now, I said it wasn't caused by a disease or pest, but these cracks may later on result in the introduction of fungus, bacteria, and even insects that thereby infect the fruit. This is why the irregular supply of water to plants can cause a really great problem for your tomato plant. So, pay attention to watering. Another effect is that if you intend to sell your tomatoes, then the fruit crack will definitely affect the value of the tomato. That's quite obvious, right? So, how do we solve this? Well, like I said, pay attention to watering. You can set up a regular system for watering your plants. An irrigation system like drip irrigation could help. My second common tomato fruit problem is blossom end rot. Blossom end rot is very common. I guess you would have seen this ugly patch before. It first appears as water-soaked spots at the bottom of the fruits, and then that area becomes black and leathery. This is mostly due to insufficient calcium in the soil. In a few cases, due to insufficient water in the plant to circulate the calcium through the entire part of the plant, blossom end rot could be experienced. Calcium is only moved into the plant by an ample supply of moisture. So, how do we solve this? If you can, please conduct soil tests to ascertain soil conditions before planting begins. Or simply introduce more calcium to your soil before planting. Maintain a consistent supply of soil moisture, especially during the flowering and fruiting stages. The use of mulch is also advisable in order to conserve moisture in the soil. So, that's my top 2. Do you know other common fruit problems? Leave your comments below. Until next time, remember that Jesus is Lord.